Alright guys, I am back and this is my WWE Raw review for the 2nd of the 12th, 2013. On this last episode of Raw, on this last of Raw they built up some feuds for TLC. Like they built Big E versus Sandow, they built up Cena versus Orton a bit more. They built up the Whites versus Bryan, they built up the Shield versus Punk. So you had a couple of good things there going into Raw. That they built up a couple of matches on Raw for TLC, which is good. But you had some weird crap on here, some weird segments and awful kind of things on here. So Raw opens up this week with CM Punk coming out. He cuts a promo. He says that. Wait a minute. He says that. I'm on the wrong. Hold on a minute. Right. He said. So we start off Raw this week with CM Punk coming out. He says that the Shield attacked him last week because of what he said about because he said that Triple H was not creative. Then Stephanie comes out. She talks about Thanksgiving. A bit late, Stephanie. It was Thursday. But anyway, she talks about Thanksgiving. She says that Triple H and she said that the Authority had nothing to do with the Shield attacking Punk last week, and then she calls out Kane. Kane comes out and says that he is the director, operator, match booker, whatever of WWE. He says that the Authority had nothing to do with Punk's attack last week. Then he says that, and then Punk calls Kane a big red ass kisser, which I thought was a funny line, a real good funny line that was. Then Kane says that TLC is going to be a 3-on-1 handicap match. It's going to be the Shield versus CM Punk, so that's probably going to be a good match. I thought they could have put Bryan in this match, but I guess if they're going to feud him with the Wyatts, well, that's a good kind of thing. So the first match tonight is a number one contenders match for the Intercontinental title. Is Dolph versus Sandow once again, but again, like I said, at least this week we didn't have a gimmick match like we have the last 2 weeks. We have Big E on commentary, and I think Big E is improving on the mic. He sounded pretty good on commentary. Sandow hits a elbow to stain on Dolph. Dolph kicks out. Then Dolph tries to go for a famous to miss it. Goes at the top rope. Sorry, misses. Sandow throws it. Dolph tries to go top rope, but he gets caught on the ropes. Then Sandow throws him off the ropes, hits the full Nelson, hits the "You're Welcome" move for the win. So it's going to be Sandow versus Big E at TLC. Great. I don't think Big E's going to drop the belts yet, because he won it only last month. So I'm going to say that hopefully we have a long Big E. Hopefully this leads into a feud between Big E and Sandow going into the Royal Rumble and maybe Elimination Chamber. Hopefully. The second match of the night was a 6 women's tag match. It was the Bellas and Natalya versus Summer Rae, AJ and Tamina. AJ just gets around the ring the entire time, so it's down to Summer Rae, and so it's basically a 2-on-3 handicap match, to be honest. There was a couple of botches in this match, like one of the Bellas botched a drop kick. A simple move like a freaking dropkick, and the Bellas botch. Like, I don't know. Like, can the Bellas not wrestle well? None of the Divas can wrestle well, except from like Natalya, Tamina, and AJ. All the rest kind of botch or do weird shit in the ring. Anyway, Summer Rae gets a hot tag for Summer Rae tags in AJ. Summer Rae tags in AJ. She finally gets in then. Gets in the ring, but the rest of the Divas brawl with Tamina and Summer Rae. Then it's down to Natalya and AJ. AJ Natalya rolls up AJ for the win. Then we hear that Stephanie says that. Then the announcers say that it's going to be AJ versus Natalya at 2 weeks at TLC. So that's probably going to be a good match. Then we see Then Wade Barrett returns. Like, where has he been for the last few months? And he's got a new gimmick, Bad News Barrett. I'm not really excited for this gimmick. It's just him just standing on the podium pointing down what city they're in. In my opinion, Bad News Barrett. What the fuck does this mean? Is he gonna just is he just gonna put down every town he's in? Like, what gimmick is what is this gonna really go over with a crowd? Bad news fucking Barrett, really? But anyway, so and then we see a segment backstage. Orton tells Maddox to tell the authority that he's the face of WWE, not John Cena. He says that he's the biggest. He said he's the biggest face. He said he's better. He said he's bigger than WWE. The third match tonight was Bryan versus Eric Rowan. This was kind of a slow match, and I'm kind of blaming that on Eric Rowan because he's kind of stiff in the ring. He's not quick as like Luke I'm stumbling here. I mean, Eric Rowan isn't the. I mean, he's very stiff in the ring. He's not, the quickest guy in the ring. I mean, for Luke Harper's size, unless he can actually run around in the ring for a guy his size, Eric Rowan just cannot wrestle, in my opinion. He's just kind of struggles wrestling, in my opinion. If it was me, I would have Eric Rowan just at ringside with Bray Wyatt, just at ringside, and just let Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper wrestle. At least them two can wrestle, but I think the weak link of the Wyatt family is definitely Eric Rowan because he just struggles to wrestle. He's just very stiff in the ring. I think he really needs to improve on his in-ring work first. But anyway, Bryan Luke Harper kicks him in the face, then tries to lift him up for a gorilla press, then Bryan rolls him up for the win. It was an okay match. Bryan did work on the leg. And then we see Bray Wyatt comes on the screen. He says that he's done a lot of horrible things to people. He said that he would like Bryan to join the Wyatt family. He said that he's leading the right way, something like that. I thought it was a good promo. Then we see a segment. Bryan. Oh wait a minute. Oh yeah. Then we see saying Bryan bumps in. Then we see a segment. Bryan bumps into Kane backstage. Kane says that because CM Punk's in a handicap match and CM Punk's your friend, TLC, you're going to be in a handicap match yourself against the Wyatt family. So that's probably going to be a good match. The only bad thing is that Eric Rowan's in there, which is bad. The fourth match tonight is a tag team match. Xavier Woods versus R-Truth and Tons of Funk. Apparently on SmackDown. I didn't watch SmackDown this week. I kind of missed it. But Bruce Clay pushed Xavier Woods backstage, teasing a heel turn. I mean, this is what I'm glad that they're doing something with Bruce Clay. He desperately needs a character change, in my opinion. The whole Funkasaurus gimmick has gone stale. And if he's gonna turn heel, great. They need that monster, and I think Bruce Clay can really pull it off, that monster gimmick. But anyway, Xavier was with by roll up. It was an okay match. The fifth match tonight was Sin Cara versus Del Rio, and this wasn't. Sin Cara was played by somebody different this week. It was played by Hunico. Yes, Hunico was playing Sin Cara, and let me tell you something. Hunico needs to be permanently playing Sin Cara in his matches because he needs to be called the original Sin Cara because he does not botch in the ring. It's a huge difference to having the normal Sin Cara than having Hunico. Is a way better choice than having the original Sin Cara. In my opinion, Hunico should just be named the original Sin Cara because he didn't botch or anything in the ring. But like I said, I think you should just get rid of the original Sin Cara and release him and keep Hunico in that role as Sin Cara. But anyway, Del Rio misses a Enziguri, then Sin Cara hits a swanton for the win. It was an okay match. Del Rio has really fallen badly. In my opinion, this is a burial of Del Rio. Dig. That shovel's coming out once again. Then we see a video. Then we see an old video of Randy Orton punting Cena's. Then we see a old video of Orton punting Cena's dad in the head in 2007. Then we see a segment. Renee interviews Cena. Cena says that the world title and the WWE title are prestigious. He says that there only can be one champion. Typical Cena promo here. He didn't really improve much. He didn't really say anything different. Typical Cena promo. sixth match of the night is a 6-man tag match. It's Cody and Goldust and Big Show versus The Shield. This was a good match here. I thought this was really good. I thought this was a good match. Big Show chops Reigns and Ambrose's chest dead. Big Show gets speared from the outside. Then Rollins suplex Goldust suplex Rollins. Then not Rollins. Goldust suplex Ambrose. Then Rollins rolls up Goldust for the win. I thought it was a good match. Then we see a segment. Renee interviews Punk. Punk says that he knows he's going down, but he says he doesn't know how many. He says how many members are going down with him. He says he doesn't know how many members are going down with him. I thought this was a good promo, but he kind of acted kind of goofy here, doing his whole little dancing thing. I don't know why he kind of was doing his dancing thing, but he was also doing his little jiggling thing. I don't know why. Weird. I don't know. But anyway, and then we get another bad news Barrett promo. Why? These are painful to watch. But whatever. He just talks about Thanksgiving. He said that everybody is gonna have is gonna be sweating, eating, and stuff like that. Then the first match tonight was a tag team match with Ryback and Axel versus Miz and Kofi. The crowd was totally dead in this match. Ryback hits shove shot for the win. That was it. After the match, Miz slaps Kofi. I don't know where they're going with the Miz and Kofi. They'll probably book a match with TLC. I guess the pre-show match is going to be Kofi and Miz. No surprise there, Miz. You're not relevant anymore. Go to TNA. Then we see the Los Matadores selling WWE merchandise. It was I didn't really like it this week because last week we had Foley doing the WWE.com thing. I liked how Foley sold the WWE merch last week. This week I lost Matadors and it was okay, I guess. The 8th match now is Fandango versus Henry. Henry wins, but Henry hits the World Strongest Slam for the win. It was a short match. 9th match tonight was Real Marcus versus PTP. Cesaro hits a big swing on Titus, then Titus starts being sick. Tries to be sick, but Zev says no. Then Titus tags him in. Darren tags himself in. Gets hit with a European uppercut, and then Real Marcus get the win. I thought it was an okay match. So it kind of looks like Titus O'Neil's got a new gimmick where he's being sick, he's puking all the time. Okay, I don't know why he's got this gimmick, but whatever. And then we get to the main event segment, the contract signing between Orton and Cena. And not really much to this. Your typical Cena Orton promos. They cut promos on each other. Then at the end, Cena and Orton brawl around it as Cena hits two ladders. Cena hits Orton with 2 ladders. Then Orton hits Cena with a chair. Then Orton gets put through 2 tables, gets hit with the AA through another table, and that's how we ended the show. Cena holding both titles. Cena beating. We ended Raw with Cena holding up both titles. So Cena looked strong on the show. I thought Raw overall was pretty good. Some stuff I didn't care about, and Bad News Barrett stuff I didn't care about at all. Apart from that, the show was pretty decent. So yeah, that's my WWE Raw review for the 2nd of the 12th, 2013. What did you guys think about the show? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Brag out. See ya.